Okay, we're ready to paint this mask. This is going to be a fun one. This one is going to be one that is a display only. I'm going to leave the eyeballs in there. And I mean, there's so many cool ways to paint this thing. I mean, I was thinking kind of a pale, creepy guy with bloodshot eyes. But I think I'm just going to go with, you know, regular, nothing creature-like, just a regular old man. And got a little pouty lip there. So hopefully this will turn out, you know, pretty good. So we're gonna start with the base coat. I love this gun. You can get these for like $10 on Amazon. And it works super good because it's not a internally mixed paint. It for the base coat with the water latex house paint mix, this works awesome. Doesn't get plugged up, and I don't have to clean anything out on the inside. It's just all air pressure right here, shoots out. So I'm gonna use this guy. We're gonna put some already pre-mixed. I found my white flesh color. There it is. Uh-oh. I can run a little bit low on this, but hopefully have enough to get this done. Yeah, that should be enough. One thing I like to do, which I haven't been doing a good job, is always wipe the edge so that the lid comes off a lot easier and get that paint off. Okay. Cool thing about this gun also is that it just takes a few seconds and you got your base coat on there. Here we go. Uh-oh, why aren't you working? Just got done saying how great you are and don't they plugged up. Let's see if I can get you unplugged. There we go. Okay. Now what we're going to do turn my fan on down here and we're going to set this right down here. Let it dry off. Let that sit for about 10 minutes and then we'll be back. One other thing that we'll do is take some of that white flesh paint, put it in a little cup. Just a little bit like that, just a tiny bit. Save that. And I'll show you what we're gonna do with that here in a little bit. Okay, well, after sitting in front of the fan for about 10 minutes, we're ready to do some more detailing on here. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is take that cup that we had. We poured some of the color that we put, the base color, on here. And what we're going to do is add some white to this. And this is going to get the highlights. So just a little bit of white in here. Okay. And we're going to do dry brushing. And what that means is we're going to take a paper towel here and a chip brush. Paper towel, chip brush. We're going to mix this up. And this is going to get all the high points on the mask very, very lightly. And remember, we want layers of skin. So this is a lot brighter than what we just put on there because we just add some white to it. And take that and brush it into your paper towel. So just a little bit on there, and then just lightly go over the mask. It's getting where the points that are sticking out at. And just lightly brush it up. It's even getting like the high points from where the pores are. You know, those are staying the darker color because they're indented. This adds a lot to the finished look. Okay. That's done. It's trash. Done. Okay, now we're going to take a little cup. And I'm going to start with, actually, I'm not going to do this yet. We're going to do some veins first. So I like to use an airbrush. I love this brush. It's the Creos 0.018 or something like that. 0.18, I don't know. But it's really tiny. It can do real fine lines. And also it can do pretty big strokes. Broad strokes of the brush. So make sure we got a good. Yep, it is looking good on it. So I'm going to use some Roundy Blue, and we're just going to go very light with these veins here. A couple drops, and then you mix that with some rubbing alcohol. Let's see if I can still get so much in this bottle. And then we're going to mix it. I put this little cap over the end of the brush, and then kind of bubbles up in there. You know, that's pretty. I need to add more alcohol because I need to thin this down quite a bit for these veins. I don't want it to be too down. I just want it to be kind of subtle. Okay, that's it for those guys. Now we're going to go over those veins. I mean, that's it. I should say that's it for the that color. Now we're going to go over it with 4 drops of Purple Lake. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Antelope Brown. One. Thin it down. Go right over the vein with this color. Yeah. Same thing on this side. Okay. And now I'm going to go just a little bit with the same color in some folds of skins, okay? Folds of skin areas. Kind of a little bit red on the nose, a little bit in the eyes, around the eyes. Got a hair stuck in here from a chip brush in the latex. I can get a hold of it. There, got it. Okay, he's coming alive, coming alive. Okay, and now, he exclaimed with great relish, we're going to do some, sorry, right in your way, spattering. And this is one of my favorite things because it really puts the layers on and makes it come to life. Okay, so now we're going to take one of those little cups and one of these guys, and then we're going to add some, start off with some magenta. Let's put a few drops in, probably 5 or 6, and let's see how that works out here. Then we're going to mix it with some alcohol. Now, since this is an older guy, I want to have more dominant spotting as opposed to where it's really thinned out and it's just kind of faint. See, like in there, all the different colors. I'm not too old of a guy yet, but you can see all the different colors in there. And older you get, you know, I think the more spots that are kind of showing, age spots. So here we go. Let's see how this looks. Take a chip brush or a toothbrush and cut the end of it off, and then you can use it to flick it on like that. And trying to decide if that's, I think that'll be good. I think so. We'll try it. So the reason I start with this bright magenta is because if you take a few layers of skin off, you're gonna see bright, bright red. And then we're gonna add translucent layers on top of this. And it's going to start looking more real. Right now, he looks like he's got serious sun damage here. Bright red. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to add some more. See, it's empty, and so I'm going to add some more red, about 3-4 drops. Oops, that's a lot. And then we're going to add some sepia. Okay, this is going to make it a little bit darker. FW inks is what I use. And just 2 drops of this, maybe even 1, depending on how much ink you have in there, just to tint it down a little bit. Then we'll mix our alcohol into it. This bottle is done. There's a new bottle here. Oh, I use 70% rubbing alcohol. Okay? Isopropyl. So there's our new mix. And I'm going to stir it up here. And you can see it's a lot darker. It's kind of like this, I don't know, really dark maroonish red. So we're going to try that. See how this looks on here? Oh yeah. Okay, let's do a layer of this. Now if you can't see from the video, oh yeah, so you'll see that, right? Look at how much I'm putting on there. See on its head right there? See all that? So it's really layer and layer and layer of this stuff. If you get too big of a glob somewhere, you know, you can just dab it out with your finger. But should be good for the most part here. Even if you get a few big globs, sometimes it still looks cool. I mean, it looks like a spot on your skin that looks natural. Okay, so now he's even kind of redder. So now what we're gonna do is do nothing but the dark sepia brown, okay? So put a few drops in that. I just emptied out what was in there. I'm gonna put probably 3-4 drops of that in here, thin it down. Okay, just that nice brown color. Because this guy looks pretty red. And this is going to really tone it. Help with the red spots. Layer this on there. And see those veins? How they're getting all covered up? See those veins inside? Looks so much more realistic. So you're covering them up, but it's still translucent. So you can still see through the ink that I'm putting on there. And so, anyway, just makes it look real. So I do the veins first instead of last. So you cover them up with this ink. And you can see it through the layers of ink on there. Yeah, a really pale version of this guy would be cool. Like an old grumpy butler. This will still be really cool. Just wanted to look believable. Doing lots of this in thin little splatters, okay? a bloody nose in there. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. Now, what we're gonna add is, so I think I'm gonna do a white mist over him. Okay, just a regular white mist. Just, I don't know why. I think he needs a little white mist. Maybe I'm gonna screw it all up right here, but we'll see. I think he needs just a light misting. So put a few drops in here. I'm also gonna do the eyeballs while I got the white out here. Lighten up, man. I don't know if you can see in the video, but I can see a difference of this stuff going on right now, definitely. Which is good. Just getting a little bit dark, but I just think this needs to be a little bit whiter. And see all those pores? If you saw my other video, you can see the, just use a little spiky thing I found off a tree. You know, stuff you find out in nature, and it works really well. Those pores look real. Ugh. God. Okay, now we're gonna do these eyes. Here we go. Those, it's just crazy. The pores look real, you know, just looks real. Okay, now, yeah, that's looking good. Okay. Now, we will do the eyeballs. Iris is pupils. So what color of eye should we do here? Well, first of all, we're going to start with the black. And while we have the black out, we're also going to do the 5 o'clock shadow, which is really fun to do. Just adds so much to the sculpture, to the painting. A few drops of black, thin it down. Mix it up. Okay, let's do this 5 o'clock shadow real quick. This is fun. Just a light mist. See that? Just light, very light. Okay, these eyeballs. There's one. And there's two. Okay, he's looking right at you. I'm going to do a little bit of black underneath the eyeball here. Do some black shadowing. He does not look happy. No, he does not. Okay. Oh, put a little bit of black up in his nose. There we go. Add a little bit of depth. Okay, done with the black for now. Rinse that out. Okay, now we're going to do white again, right on the the black circles that I made. Is that the iris? And okay. So the reason I do this is because whatever color I pick, then it will show up a lot better on top of the white instead of on top of the black. Okay. And I should have done the veins and the red coming out around the eyeballs before I did the irises and stuff like that. But that's okay. Hopefully I can get it and get it right here. So. Forgot to do it. All right, well, I'm going to do that real quick before I do the... All right, so now I'm going to do the purple, 4 drops of purple and 1 drop of antelope brown. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the redness around the eyes. And the veins. Doing some veins right now. Yeah, look at that eyeball. Okay. If I can get this one just as good. can't say enough good things about this airbrush. It works so good. Oh yeah. Okay. So those glowing eyes just like that kind of look cool. So I'm going to get a close-up of that so you can see these eyes. See those veiny eyes? Now they're really going to pop when we gloss them up. So just hold on to your hats because it's going to get really exciting. Those white eyes, I might just do that. Just leave them like that and put a little pupil in there here. Kind of like the white. You know what? I'm going to do a little bit of this really bright blue. Really bright blue. Hey, what is this called? This is called, oh, it's called turquoise. I'm going to do that on the eyes. Really bright blue. Okay, here we go. Just a tiny bit. I'm going to leave a lot of that white there. There we go. Yeah. And now, when you hear me making that sound, it's me just spraying my air gun out with just a water bottle. Keeps it nice and clean after every time you change colors and stuff like that. And then after I'm done painting with the whole thing, I'll do a complete scrub down of this thing, take the needle out and all that. Okay. So now we're going to use black paint for the eyeballs, for the pupil. And let's see, grab my paint that's over here. There we go. And that's a cool little trick. Learned from Ed Edmonds. Just take a little paintbrush, okay, and you're gonna use the end of it. See, and I think this one will work good because it's got a tiny end. I just want a tiny little. You know what? I think I want something a tiny bit bigger. Let's see what I got here. No. That might work. I think I'll try that guy. Okay. This is always nerve-wracking for me. Like as I get close to the eyeball, if I'm thinking too much about it, I get shaky hands. Okay, just do it. Just do it. Don't even think about it. Okay, good. Good. There we go. I need a little bit more on this one. There. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Now we're gonna let that completely dry on this paint that I just put on. Everything else is dry. And oh, one other thing I gotta do, I gotta put a little bit of gloss on that lip. And it's just this, he's gonna have this wet, pouty lip. She's mad. That's matte medium. We need this guy right here. It's all painted over, but this is Liquitex medium gloss. Gloss, brilliant. So, I'll show you what this looks like. Okay, that's it. Once it dries clear. And we're just gonna put a little bit on this lip here. There we go. Okay. That's it on that guy. I'll let these eyeballs dry 10 minutes, and then we'll put the shine on the eyeballs, and that's going to make this guy come to life. Okay, we're back with dry eyes. That didn't take long, did it? Okay, so now we're going to take one of these little cups again, and oh man, I should have kept this thing clean. Let me just try something real quick. It's a good brush. I like to use it to gloss up these eyeballs. And we're going to use 5-minute epoxy. You can use, I think, any 5-minute epoxy. I, for the longest time, used the Gorilla clear. Just use clear. Make sure it's non-yellowing. And it works great. I've used it for a long time. But I bought my first batch of JB Weld because you get so much more. You pay a little bit more, but you get a whole lot more. And it's lasted me a long time. I still got a ton left. So I've been having really good luck with it. I like the consistency of it. It's not too thick, and it can brush on really easy. The Gorilla Glue works, but it just seems more thick and a little bit more difficult to work with. So, that's just my experience. Okay. Keep yourself a little cup, and so this is what I've been using, this stuff right here, JB Weld, and it works really good. So we're gonna mix equal amounts into this cup. Doesn't take much. That's good. Stir this up. I ran out of popsicle sticks, so I'm using the end of a brush to mix it up. The handle of the brush. Debating whether or not I should give this guy any hair. I don't think I will. I'll probably just leave him like that. Okay, that should be good. Now we're going to take a little brush and go right on his eyeballs. that shine look. Now, if you want to save your brush after you get done with this, use pneumonia, I think is what takes this off. Industrial grade pneumonia. Good. Goody, good, good. Now I might think I'll add a little bit of hair along his, I mean eyebrow hair. Just give him some eyebrows. And for that, it's something that works pretty good. Is wool. You know, you get the little wool rolls at any hobby store, like Michael's or something like that. Or something else that works good. Is stuffing, just like classic fiber stuffing for, again, at a hobby store. But let's see what we got here. I got wool that's got all sorts of other hair mixed into it. Let's see how this wool looks. This wool might be the way to go. Now what you don't want to do is get any into those fresh, wet eyeballs. Yeah, that'll look cool. That kind of looks funny. That might look cool. Okay. Let's trim this up here. Not too much, because he's an old man. He's got bushy eyebrows. Okay, I gotta turn this so it's looking at me, so you can see exactly what's going on here. I like to lay the hair on a paper towel. It stays clean, because my table is really dirty. And to apply this, we're just going to use some silicone. A little bit of silicone. Yeah, I want it down low like that because he's mad. He's grouchy. He's mad, man. Yep, that'll work. Okay. I'm gonna get my silicone. Okay, we're back with the silicone. So for this, I'm just gonna put a little bit. Whoop! Don't want to put that on him. That was a hard chunk. Okay. Got a little bald spot in his eyebrow. That's okay though. If I can spread it out a little bit. Okay. That's gonna drive me crazy having that spot right there. There. Okay. So there he is. Completed. Just has to dry, but that's him. You got the layered skin, you got the veins, you got the glossy eyes. Next one I'm gonna make of this guy, it's already out in the mold. I'm gonna cut the eyes out and hopefully be able to wear this as a mask, Halloween mask, and put a hood over my head or something like that, so you just see this creepy looking guy. I might do him more pale too, just like this old creepy butler. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like the video, you know, I appreciate it if you subscribe and hit the like button. But, you know, go try this stuff. It's so much fun. And you can pretty much create anything you want. And you can just have a blast doing it. So I highly recommend it. If you have any questions, just ask them in the comments and I'm happy to, see if I can answer them for you. Thanks.